Welcome back to the Canada Immigration Matters channel, everyone. I am Pius Ekwalugo, a registered Canadian immigration consultant from Chugo Immigration Services, your trusted partner in navigating the path to Canadian immigration. Since the announcement by the Canadian Immigration Minister, the Honourable Marc Miller, on June 3rd of this year, and our last video about the new Canada Caregiver Pilot Program, we have been receiving many comments and diverse questions about the details of the program and how to apply for it. We have tried to respond to some of you, but we are not able to respond to everyone. So, in this video, I have compiled a short list of the top frequently asked questions about the new Canada Caregiver Pilot Program. There are many rumors and uncertainties about the program, but we will try to straighten you out on what is true and what is not true. So, get your paper and pens ready to take some notes. Make sure you watch the video to the end so you do not miss out. Let's get to it. As you may have heard by now, the Canadian government is set to launch two new healthcare pilot programs in either 2024 or 2025. These programs are designed to replace the existing home child care provider and home support worker pilot programs, which closed on June 17, 2024. The exciting information why everybody is curious about this program is that these new pilot programs will provide home care workers with permanent residence on arrival in Canada. When can I apply for the new Caregiver Pilot Program? Before the end of the Home Child Care Provider Pilot and the Home Support Worker Pilot on June 3, 2024, the Honourable Marc Miller, Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, announced the new, enhanced caregiver pilots. According to the minister, the new pilot programs will provide home care workers with permanent residence, PR, on arrival in Canada. The caregivers will also be allowed to work for organizations that provide temporary or part-time care for people who are semi-independent or recovering from an injury or illness. This new pathway means that caregivers can more easily find proper work with reliable employers and have clear, straightforward access to permanent resident status as soon as they arrive in Canada. Please, do not be deceived, the launch date for this program has not been announced yet, so you cannot apply until the program is officially launched by the Government of Canada. This unique new PR on-arrival pilot programs mark an important step forward in Canada's efforts to meet the evolving home care needs of its diverse population. More information will be available from IRCC before the full launch of the pilots, including full eligibility criteria and details on how to apply. What are the eligibility requirements for the caregiver pilot programs? Through the anticipated new pilot programs, candidates interested in working in Canada's home care sector will be eligible to apply when the program starts, if they meet the following criteria. 1. You must attain a minimum of a Canadian language benchmark level 4 in either English or French. 2. Applicants must hold the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma. 3. Applicants must have recent and relevant work experience. 4. Applicants must receive an offer for a full-time home care job and be able to perform the work. Most importantly, applicants must be legally admissible to Canada. Whether the job offer is LMIA-based or not is not known until announced by IRCC. Do I need a Labor Market Impact Assessment, LMIA? This is uncertain until the full policy guidelines on the program are announced by IRCC. All we know is that a valid job offer is necessary to apply when the program opens. So, This allows you to start learning how to do a job search from overseas and start applying for as many job openings as possible. What documents are needed for the application? Usually, applicants need proof of work experience as shown in their resume or CV, language test results, educational credentials, a job offer, identity documents, and any additional supporting documents as outlined in the application instructions. This could change depending on the policy guidelines when it is released by the Minister of Immigration. How would I apply for the Caregiver Pilot Program when it opens? Normally, the application process includes determining your eligibility, gathering the required documents, creating an online account on the IRCC portal, by yourself or through your registered representative like Chugo Immigration Services. Also, completing and submitting the application form, paying fees, and attending biometrics and medical exams if requested. Can you apply for permanent residence directly under this pilot program? According to the Minister of Immigration in his announcement on June 3, 2024, the new pilot programs will provide home care workers with permanent residence on arrival in Canada. This new pathway means that caregivers can more easily find proper work with reliable employers and have clear, straightforward access to permanent resident status as soon as they arrive in Canada. Can I use work experience from multiple employers? Yes, work experience from multiple employers can be used to meet the requirements, provided it is in the relevant caregiving occupation. What if I don't meet the eligibility requirements? If you don't meet the requirements for these pilot programs, you might consider other work permit options or Canada immigration pathways that might suit your situation better. Reach out to Chugo Immigration Services to assess your eligibility for other options. Can I include my family members in my application? Yes. Eligible caregivers can include immediate family members such as a spouse and dependent children in their application for permanent residency. Can I apply for the new caregiver program if I'm already in Canada under a different immigration program? Eligibility to apply for permanent residency under the new Canada Caregiver Pilot Program depends on meeting specific program requirements, including having a valid job offer and meeting the language proficiency criteria. Is there a quota or limit to the number of applicants that will be accepted into the Canada Caregiver Pilot Program? While there is no specific quota mentioned yet, we know that most Canadian immigration programs have limits based on operational capacity and annual immigration levels set by the Canadian government. So, it is likely there will be a cap. This is why we suggest that you make all your preparations now so you can be among the first to apply when the program opens. Are there any restrictions on the type of caregiving work that qualifies under this program? The recently ended Canada Caregiver Pilot Program was designed for caregivers providing in-home care to individuals with high medical needs or working in specific health-related facilities. We believe that the type of caregiving work in the new program must align with program criteria. Is a language proficiency test like IELTS compulsory for caregivers in Canada? Yes, caregivers need to demonstrate a certain level of English or French language proficiency, which can be proven by tests like IELTS for the English language or TEF for the French language. What are the responsibilities of a caregiver? Caregivers are usually responsible for providing care to children, elderly individuals, or people with disabilities. A caregiver should be compassionate, patient, reliable, and have good communication skills. What is the recent and relevant work experience required for the Caregiver Pilot Program? Applicants need at least 1 year of full-time work experience in a field or occupation related to the job being offered. Applicants need a genuine and valid job offer from a Canadian employer. What are the rights and protections for caregivers in Canada? Caregivers in Canada are protected under labor laws and have the right to minimum wage, overtime pay, and safe working conditions. What are the job opportunities and market trends for caregivers in Canada? There is a high demand for caregivers in Canada, especially for child care and elder care. Do I need to have Canadian work experience to qualify? No, previous Canadian work experience is not required to qualify for the Canada Caregiver Pilot Program. However, applicants must have a valid job offer to work as a caregiver in Canada. Finally, how can I get a job offer as a caregiver in Canada? In our next video, we will create a detailed, step-by-step guide for searching for a caregiver position on the Canada Job Bank portal. We will also discuss the step-by-step guide on how to use ChatGPT to write a resume and cover letters based on different job descriptions for caregivers. Whether you need assistance with your application, finding a job, or gathering your documents, we've got you covered. Reach out to us today, and let's work together to make your dream of living and working in Canada a reality. Also, don't take anyone's word for it. You can visit the official IRCC website to verify everything you hear. That's all for today's video. If you found this information helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Canadian immigration matters. Remember, your dream of living and working in Canada is just a few steps away. Good luck with your journey to Canada. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.